James here with Rob Guillory. We're looking at the amazing Chew. How are you doing today?
It's been really good. We are kind of moving into a new phase of the book. I mean, we've been doing it for 3 years now. Issue 30 just came out, which is the big halfway point. We're on to 60. So we've kind of moved from being like the little indie sensation to like being like kind of a staple.
Establishing a little presence for yourself, right?
Right, exactly. Like we kind of lulled everyone into a false sense of security. Issue 30 was a big shakeup to the entire cast. So people were freaking out and crying and panicking, but in a good way.
Sure.
So it's been good.
Do y'all have any plans for after Chew?
They're starting to form. I mean, it'll still be another like three and a half years. I mean, we got the open door at a couple comic companies.
Okay.
I think we're probably going to end up doing some Marvel work.
Wow.
I mean, limited stuff. I mean, I would think probably a miniseries, just because we're we like doing what we like doing.
Right.
And at Image, we have total freedom to do whatever we want and not have to answer to anyone. So I think a mini series at Marvel probably, and then right back to creator-owned stuff. Me and Layman are planning to stay together. We just work really well together. There's no drama, and
that's good.
It just flows really well.
Well, any closing words for our viewers out there?
Thanks for reading. Pick up issue 31. That's going to be coming out in January. We have the new trade, which collects issues 26 through 30. Plus the polio one-shot that comes out a week before Christmas, and just keep reading. It's gonna get, if you liked it up to this point, it's gonna get better. So yeah, check it out.
One more thing, can you give everyone out there a way to find you online?
Yeah, my website is robguillory.com. I'm on Twitter at Rob_Guillory, and the Chew Comic site is chewcomic.com.
I am here with artist Chris Beaver. How you doing, Chris?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Have you been enjoying the con so far?
I certainly have. New Orleans is always a fun show to come to.
Okay. Where are you from?
We're based out in Austin, Texas. Yeah, I'm with CCP Comics. We're a crew of writers and artists out there who just decided to get together and tell some stories.
Are you working on anything currently right now?
Yes, I am. I'm working on an ongoing series called Reichenbach, which is kind of a gothic horror story.
What's the plot about, or the main character? What's your main character like?
Well, basically, it's the story of the estranged son of Professor James Moriarty protecting the world from supernatural horror, and he's basically trying to redeem himself by getting out of his dad's shadow by not really undoing what he did necessarily, but trying to create enough balance in the world to balance out what his dad did. That's
really interesting. Involving Moriarty, that's a hard shadow to crawl out from under as a son.
It certainly is, yeah. And he's an enduring character for a reason. Ben?
Yeah, most definitely. Well, do you have a website?
I do, yes. It's www.animatedbeaver.com. It's not as naughty as it sounds.
It does sound pretty naughty. Like that cheeky.
James here with Koby Chamberlain, writer and author of Sweets. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's been a good show.
Yeah? You get a lot of people coming to your booth?
Yeah, even Friday. This show's never had a Friday before. It's always been Saturday, Sunday. So I wasn't sure what to expect, but Friday was awesome. Really good 3-day show now.
So I see this down here says a New Orleans crime story. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sweets is a murder mystery about a spree killer on the loose in New Orleans a few days before Katrina hits. So this homicide detective has to catch the killer and solve the mystery before the storm, or he'll start losing his evidence and witnesses. So the storm plays a role of like a ticking time bomb on top of this murder mystery.
And then how did you come up with the concept of this story?
The concept just kind of came together over time, but I'm a South Louisiana native, born and raised in Thibodaux. I live in Lafayette now. Okay. So I've been through many hurricanes, Andrew probably being the biggest. And it occurred to me at some point that if you were a detective working homicide cases and a major storm came through, that would be a nightmare. Yeah, because absolutely. Evidence, witnesses would all kind of get lost in the mix and it would be chaos. So You know, the concept of trying to solve a mystery before a major storm comes, because you're dealing with evacuations, you're dealing with police getting reassigned to different things. It just seemed like a very interesting place to set a murder mystery.
Absolutely. That is a very fantastic scenario. How many days does he have to do it?
The story itself unfolds in about 2 weeks, but the core of it is really in the last few days, when we actually have the announcement that the storm's coming and we know the size of it. And I don't say Katrina in the story, but that's a reference point.
Do you have anything else coming up here you want to talk about?
I just did a book for 12 Gauge Comics called The Ride. That issue's out on shelves right now. And I'm currently drawing a comic adaptation of a video game called Hawken. It's a PC game. And I just finished the pencils. I'll be inking that this week. And I'm working on 3 new scripts, the first of which I'll be drawing in a few months. And Punks the Comic is at MTV. So if you go to MTV Comics and search Punks, you'll be able to read it for free on their website.
Excellent. Tell us, where else can we find you online?
Koby Chamberlain on the web, Facebook, and Twitter.